Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video, my previous video, is going to be somewhat different. Instead of discussing a multitude of things, today's video is going to be somewhat different in that I'm going to be discussing literally two things about Deltarune and Undertale that uh, most likely don't have anything to do with each other, because in these games we never know. Anyway, so the first topic I'm going to discuss is about the Yellow Soul mode from Deltarune, the one which we get during this Pampton Neo fight, and how it seems that the fandom, including me, seems to have somewhat misunderstood the Yellow Soul mode from Undertale. So let's start with that. Sorry, recording got interrupted for a moment. As I was saying, this theory might actually be somewhat more influential than I first thought, as I realized in the time between the recordings. Anyway, what I'm referring to when I say about the Yellow Soul mode is the fact that in Undertale, the only reason we got access to this soul mode is not Metaton himself, like the other soul mode bosses, like with Papyrus, Undyne, and Muffet. They are the ones to use magic to turn our soul mode the way it is. But for Metaton, it is a canonical event that it was in fact Alphys who gave us the upgraded phone, and the phone is the actual reason that we are able to use this soul mode. But recently, while I was remembering some of the dialogue regarding the phone, I remembered something. And the flavor text, while we activate the Yellow Soul mode, actually states one thing, and that is, and I quote, the phone is resonating with Metaton's presence. When I first saw this and remembered it, I was like, okay, I I have a theory. And uh, the initial theory was that at first I misremembered this dialogue exactly, and I thought that it said the soul was resonating with the Metaton's presence, but now I realized that it said the phone is resonating with Metaton's presence. So it means that even though it is an upgrade from Alphys, the reason the upgrade is working is because Metaton is present there. Which I guess, now that I think about it, also explains why this is not like a permanent add-on we have for other battles. This is only there for Metaton's battles. So I guess this also explains why if the Yellow Sword mode can distill destroy bullets, it explains why Frisk does not use it in the other battles, because they can't. It can only be used in Metaton's presence. But after thinking about it, I realized one other thing. This might actually explain why we get access to like the Yellow Soul mode in the Spamton Neo fight. And the reason is that the Spamton Neo body that he uses in this fight, it is highly implied that not it's not implied, it's directly stated that this was actually a creation once made by a Lightner but was later abandoned. And it's highly likely that this discarded idea belonged to Metaton, as in Undertale, the Neo form was actually his original form, the one that convinced him to abandon the other ghost family and pursue his dreams. Like it, that was the original body he saw and was like, "Yep, this is the time to abandon my family, I guess." Anyway, Metaton's narcissism aside, I guess what I'm trying to say is that still somehow, even in a different universe, the reason we get access to the soul mode is particularly because we are somewhere near an object related to Metaton. And before we delve more into this, I want to say a lot of theorists have been wondering, including myself, uh, like how do we get access to the soul mode during the Metaton fight? Uh, it was a phone upgrade in Undertale. So, oh wait, well, wait a second. I know. You know, okay. Let's see. Do we have an item that we have in all routes, regardless of which route we are, which I was unable to speak. Regardless of which route we are on, that we cannot get rid of. You know, so a key item that we know for a fact is known to do some weird things and is associated with weird people. Have you people figured it out at your? Do you want me to spell it out for you? I am of course talking about the phone. The phone item is what I am talking about. This phone item we know is literally the same phone that basically the same phone that we get from Toriel and Undertale, and because their functionality is same, and this is and that was the same phone that Alphys later upgraded. So would it be really that much of a stress to assume that the dark world, which is known for enhancing items, such as literally turning a little pencil into a sword, is capable of upgrading it, to the point of having something real resembling the yellow soul mode from Undertale. We also know that this one has some weird thing going on with it, because it somehow tunes to what I can only assume to be Gastra's frequency of all things, because it plays entry number 17 audio. Like, what the hell? Toriel, where did you buy this phone? So, yeah, when I first realized this, my mind was like, wait a second. And this all makes sense, right? I mean, this is basically the same phone from Undertale. In Undertale it got upgraded thanks to Alphys. Here it probably got upgraded thanks to the Dark Mountain. And in both cases, when near an object that is related to Metaton, they were able to wield the power of the yellow soul mode. So what? Yeah, that was basically my conclusion from all of this. But it also gave me one other realization. Despite being in different universes, the only reason we are able to get access to these soul modes are seemingly the same person. In both universes, we only get access to the yellow soul mode because we are near something related to Metaton. So if we follow that theory, we can probably deduct which locations would give us access to which soul modes. Particularly for chapter 3, which is most likely going to happen in Chris's house, we are probably going to get access to the green soul mode, like a lot of the fandom already assumes, because of the shadow mantle. And my reason for this is because, well, firstly, Muffet is out of the out of the calculation, because we haven't even seen her, let alone knows know that she has anything to do with the Dreamer household. Uh, Sans and Papyrus are likely in the same boat here, because while Sans is still friends with Toriel, we have no proof that he ever came to their house. And that by process of elimination leaves only the green soul mode, which also makes sense. In Undertale, it was associated only with Undyne. Undyne, who is the in Undertale, she was the captain of the Royal Guard, and she had two main mentors, obviously Asgore, but also Gerson. And it's likely that it is one of them who taught Undyne the power of this green soul mode, because, like, if it's not if it is not something that Toriel can wield, it Toriel is a boss monster, so it probably takes a lot of training and effort to be able to use uh, a soul mode. Either that or it's probably genetic, because you know Sans and Papyrus, who are brothers, they have it, like they both have it, so it could be either or. Anyway, even now in Deltarune, it would make sense that something related to Undyne would be present in the Dreamer household, because even in this universe, she she is like Asgore's basically junior, I guess you can say. She worked under Asgore until he got fired and all of that, and she suddenly got promoted. But that's besides the point. That is probably going to go somewhere near death and all of that. I'm not going to discuss more about it. Anyway, uh, also, even if we don't get something related to Undyne, we are probably going to get something related to Asgore or Garrison, or probably both of them, because uh, it was Asgore's home, so some of his belongings probably are still at the house somewhere, most likely in Toriel's closed room. And we know that there is already definitely one object about Garrison already in the room. I'm sorry, already in the house, and that is a history of, I think it was history of humans and monsters, and that one was particularly signed by Gerson himself. So yeah, it's highly likely that we are going to get the green soul mode in the next chapter, and that was the second thing I wanted to talk about. Sorry for the like weak transition, I guess. Anyway, that brings us to the end of another video, and I would like to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.